And we about to start this right off, man. Louisiana.
Ooh.
Oh, Louisiana.
It's hot.
Oh, man. I know New Orleans. I know that's not part of Louisiana, but the rest
At
of
all.
Louisiana, what the hell y'all got going on?
Tonight is now the first state to require the 10 commandments to be displayed in every public school classroom in the state after the governor signed this controversial bill into law. And it gets pretty specific, saying the commandments have to be on a poster-sized display with font that's easy to read. The governor seems to be spoiling for the legal fight here, and it looks like he will get it, with a bunch of civil liberties groups, including the ACLU, saying in just the last couple of hours, wait a second, this is not constitutional, and that they're planning to sue.
Ali, look, we have seen some of these conservative states go and challenge what has previously been decided by the U.S. Supreme Court. In this situation, back in 1980, the U.S. Supreme Court, they ruled against a Kentucky measure that would have required public classrooms to have the 10 commandments inside of the classrooms. And yet 45 years have passed. It is a different Supreme Court with a conservative lean to it. And the conservative legislature and Republican Governor Landry, who signed this measure into law, made the conscious decision that they're going to go and try to challenge that. Now, the ACLU, to note, and other organizations have already indicated that they intend to file a lawsuit in which they say, in part, quote, the law violates the separation of church and state and is blatantly unconstitutional. Politicians have no business imposing their preferred religious doctrine on students and families in public schools. So,
Matt Professor, that's your state.
See,
That's your state, Matt
you
Professor.
brought it up. That
Yeah.
was something I was going to bring up in goddamn
Ashed
the
out.
after show.
I got you, but hey, I brought
I'ma
it up.
tell you.
I tell you, hold it before you say
You
it.
gotta
Great.
pick another topic for
Yeah, you gotta get another topic because great mind think alike. Because goddamn it, Tim Dawg, you second after Mad Professor. He's want to talk about the same stuff that I already had. I said y'all be looking at my goddamn notes. Y'all looking at my notes.
Stop posting them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know
So
y'all
Mad
what it
Professor, what you think
is.
about that situation?
See, the problem
don't
with it
believe
is this idiot, he wants to fight, so he's doing this shit because he wants the state to be sued. Now, my thing is, and I've said this before, these idiots will pull free lunch from students, but then they're gonna put this kind of bullshit in to make sure that they try to indoctrinate kids. But I want to see what's going to happen if the first Jewish student want the pillars of mitzvah put in, or Muslim student want to post stuff from the Quran, or a Hindu student want to post stuff from the Bhagavad Gita. I'm trying to remember how to pronounce that one. Anyway, I want to see what happens when other religions want to put shit up in public schools, because this goddamn idiot governor we have here want to do shit like pull money from public schools. I'm almost not worried because the students won't be able to read the shit in a fucking year anyway because they pull in education funds.
God damn, boy, Mad Professor, you on one tonight. God damn it, boy. Tim Dawg, be more careful. What you got on it?
All I got to say is this: that crazy white lady who was one of the architects, authors, or whatever of this bill said that if you don't like it, don't read it. Are you serious?
I'm about to give her the
Negro, please.
Okay.
I'm like, are you? And the reporter kept asking her, "Don't you think this violates church and state?" Well, why is it that everybody want to do that? I'm like, wait a minute, answer the question, and they can't give an answer because you're being hypocritical. You're saying you want schools and crime to be, lower in your cities, but yet you're forcing people to do something that you say is right, but everyone says is wrong, and you put in your own personal belief. Like they say, you put in your personal beliefs in.
I got you.
They're idiots. They're idiots.
I got you. Ms. Paula P., what's your thoughts on that? Should the 10 Commandments be in public schools?
She don't
I
know.
feel-
She ain't from
no.
America.
I was gonna
Here we
say I am glad I'm not American and these are not my problems. But
Okay.
also, that was so fucked up. I feel like there's a reason they have religious schools, right? So if it's a religious school and they wanna do that, that's what they're there for. But a common like if it's a normal school for everybody, then put, as Professor said, then put the Quran as well. Then put let all religions be represented. But
Yes.
if you want the 10 Commandments to be there, then take your fucking kids to a religious school. There are so many Christian schools. Take
Yes.
them there.
I got you, Ms. Paula P. What you got on that, Pharaoh King? Okay, Miss Paul, you got something you gonna say? I'm in the cut you
Yeah,
off.
I was just gonna drop the mic with I ain't American, ain't my fucking problem, and I plan on leaving. So
I was about to say, don't have kids and it won't be your problem.
Oh,
At least not here.
I'm gonna give you a bomb, then I'm gonna give you the
you
because you
see,
ain't going no
is
goddamn
there
well.
any
You ain't going.
any that
You
there
ain't
ain't
going.
one, there ever be one,
You ain't
and
going
there
no
ain't gonna
goddamn
be
well.
one.
You
I do
ain't
not
got.
want an American baby.
I got you. I got you.
It hasn't
Pharaoh,
reached it yet.
yes, you haven't reached it yet. Pharaoh King, what you think
Baby,
about this
I've been here
situation?
10 years. If I wanted a child, I would have had a child.
You already got your green card, so you don't need one. So
It ain't that hard. It
I'll
ain't
just
that
mess with
hard.
you. Just
And no,
mess with you, Miss Paul.
I don't have a green card
Oh,
actually.
you got to go then.
Sponsor.
Oh, you illegal alien. Hey, I'm about to call the people on you. Hey, Miss Paula P, she's in Atlanta
I'm very
somewhere.
legal. You know, you don't have to have a green card
Don't
to
call
be
it
I'm
because
about to
I might
call
legal.
snatch your boy
immigration.
and thing too. Don't do it. I mean,
Let them come.
Pharaoh
Let them
gonna get
Hey,
come.
snatched
Paula.
too.
Let them
Paula.
come. I can give
Paula.
you my address.
I
Paula, at
got
least
you.
I have a naturalization number.
I got you. I got you. So, Pharaoh, what do you think about that situation?
First of all, this is the first time hearing about it. Secondly, they got rid of the Pledge of Allegiance
Mm-hmm.
for a reason.
Yeah.
And then you go do this, and then one of the 10 commandments. First of all, there's 613, but one of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not steal.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the worst thing. That's the first thing the government does. I don't see where this is going.
Take the land
Yeah.
that we own
I
is.
don't see where it's going.
Yeah, I agree with you that.
I
I agree with
understand.
you.
You know, I'm with Matt Professor on this. This is utterly ridiculous for them to concentrate on that type of bill when there's much more stuff and things that needs to be taken care of. That's like the least of your worries is the 10 commandments in school.
I got you. Got you,
Well,
Pharaoh.
it's all about virtue signaling. And
Mhm.
every right winger wants to say, "Hey, I'm more Christian than this person. I'm more Christian than that
Mhm.
person." Meanwhile, their leader has committed at least 5 of the 7 deadly sins, and gone against at
There we
least
go.
9 of the goddamn commandments this year alone. So I
Look,
mean, these goddamn people, like I said, they just want to make it seem like they're Christian because they need that Christian vote, and they'll sit there and virtue signal all goddamn day. Oh, I'm more Christian than that person. Like when dumbass Herschel Walker was running in y'all state,
Georgia.
the
Yeah.
dumb son of a bitch that was one of the dumb son of a bitches that was backing him had the nerve to say Herschel Walker was more Christian than Raphael Warnock, who was a goddamn minister. And this
Hey
son
man,
of a bitch, Herschel Walker, have kids laying around the goddamn country that he didn't want to admit to until he ran for office.
Before you say what you got to say, Pharaoh, man, you got to get conspiracy brother in here. Conspiracy brother, what you think about this
I
situation?
was just going to say the KKK said that they were Christian. So
well, my take. If this is gonna be something that I'm gonna say for the first time in 2 cigars in the blunt history. I agree with all you motherfuckers, man. This is. Oh wait, I'm like, I ain't got shit to say because I agree with everybody.
I was
But
waiting
see,
for
this shit
sound
is
different
to me, it's
shit.
a lot deeper because
Mm-hmm.
it's a spiritual, thing. It's a because they see that people are starting to really look at religion
Mm-hmm.
in a different aspect. So now they're trying to really force it. That's how you know that the shit ain't right because they're trying to force it on people. Like, come on, man, this shit
No.
is truly ridiculous for them to force people to and then kids on top of that,
Yeah.
like thou shalt not
Yeah.
kill, thou shalt not commit adultery. Come on, man. What kids need to be
What
reading that for
Yeah.
in second,
Because they're
third
starting it
grade?
out from kindergarten up
What?
to, but it's only in public schools. You know, private schools can do what they want to do because public schools get that funding from the government, for the federal government, from the state as well. But my issue with this situation is that, just like the math professor said, and just like Paula P said, you know, if that's the case, what if the student wanted to put up something from the Quran or from Hindu, Buddha? You know what I'm saying? But
That's
that's what
not
I'm trying
that's
Christian
the
to,
like that.
problem.
But
and
that's
that's the problem.
discrimination, right? Now we're
That's
gonna have
discrimination.
discrimination.
It's only
That's
based on
Exactly.
discrimination.
religion.
Yeah.
I mean, look how many of the
So
women that come in there or the kids that come in there, especially the little girls that come in with the hijab on and everything. You know
Yeah.
they ain't gonna be listening to that.
Yeah. I'm telling
See
you,
that,
man.
and that's the thing about it is every religion has their tenets and their rules for life,
Right,
but
right.
to only focus on the Christian God and the Christian Bible it's that's called indoctrination. And the
Yeah.
shit of it is to me, and I've always had an issue with this, is religious people who say God gives you a choice. Then why doesn't man? Why doesn't the man that follow God give you the same goddamn choice?
They
God
wrote
gives
the
you the
book,
choice to
man.
follow him.
Yeah.
God gives you the choice to follow him and to live his way. But man will say, oh, you have to live God's way. That ain't what God said.
God
And that's
damn it.
but that's been the colonization of the Spanish, the French, and the English across the world has been doing that.
This religion ain't nothing but a religion that they
It's,
propaganda
it's
slaves
religion of
with.
power.
That's it.
It's religion of
Nothing
power.
else.
They're just using religion as
That's
power,
it.
not understanding that that goes completely against God's will to begin with.
All
Get in
the
there,
schools
Tim
are
Dog.
gonna are go, all
Watch
the
it.
schools are
Prisoners
gonna
of war
lose students because
versus
when I
slaves.
was in Tanzania, I actually went to a Islamic school for my primary
Mm-hmm.
until when I was going to high school, and I refused because uh, they were making it mandatory to wear the hijab. But
Okay.
the reason
Yeah,
when I went during primary, when I went to also they turned it to boys different, girls different. I was like, fuck no,
That's right.
I ain't doing that shit. But
That's right.
it was one of the best schools, and a lot of government kids went to that school. It was amazing teachers, like one of the top schools. And the only reason I didn't complain, like every Friday morning, I know how to pray in Islam because we say the same fucking prayer every Friday morning in
Mm-hmm.
assembly for the
Mm-hmm.
past 6 years. But I couldn't complain because my parents chose to take me to Islamic school. So when they do Islamic things, Muslim stuff, I couldn't complain. And I
That's right.
couldn't, but they did give us a choice to either participate or not for non-Muslim stuff at certain things. But then once you went to their high school, it was a must, and that's why I didn't go. But so that way I understand it because it was a Muslim school. You decided to come here, obey by our rules. But if it's not, you're gonna either lose a lot of kids because I wouldn't want to send my kid and force them to look at things just because the school is doing it. If it's not a Christian school,
I got
because
you.
what
I
if
got
my
you.
kid, what if what if I'm Christian and then their dad is either Jew or either Muslim or whatever religion is gonna be, right?
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. Tim Dog, what you got on it, man? I mean, you over there mighty quiet. You thinking very hard. I see the steams coming out your head. You know, what's your thoughts on it?
Um, it's all political, and you have your conservatives who are, you know, going beyond what they think they can do because of the Supreme Court. When Roe v. Wade was reversed, that brought on a whole bunch of other things in each of those conservative states, the red states.
Yeah.
And the governor of Louisiana, he just following suit with the governor of Texas, who tried his immigration bill and then put that shit in the water that was getting people killed and all that. This is a race to who can be the stupidest and most craziest Republican governor,
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, and you know, I'm gonna say this before we go to this next topic. You know, they always say the founding fathers, but you know, the founding fathers wasn't Christians. If you go back and look at the founding fathers, they was practicing different type of religions, and and they left England because they couldn't practice the religion
And
Right.
that's
that they
what
wanted to practice.
and that's what one of the reporters was telling this lady that in it the Ten Commandments aren't in the Constitution. And she
No,
just saying, "In God we trust." I pull out a dollar every time. I'm going to spend. I'm like, you sound.
Does that dumbass woman know that that was added in the 50s, just like
yeah,
under God was added to the Pledge of Allegiance in the
yeah,
But-
during the
and
That
they
McCarthyism
tried
era?
to tell
yeah,
her, but she tried to. You know how most of them are. They try to deflect
Because
because that's all they can do.
much like people who talk about welfare was given to black people to get rid of the family is nowhere in the bill that LBJ signed. The words God is nowhere in the
yeah.
goddamn Constitution except at the end, the year of our Lord, when the date to which they signed it.